All right, so this is Bianca. She is a new med student that is with me. So I decided what I'm gonna start doing and showing you guys is I'm gonna start with OMT on them, like the beginning of the rotation, like this is week 2 for her. And then towards the end, show you how I kind of teach them to do it. So this is more introductory for her. She doesn't really know what OMT is. She's kind of just seen me do a few visits in the past couple weeks. So this is kind of show her like what pressure I'm using with my hands, specific techniques, how they feel, those type of things. So when I start, I tell all my students, I always start kind of at the first rib. That's just kind of my preference. In school, like they teach you to start with the spine and feel down, but so I typically start here and then I feel like her first rib is elevated right here. And then I'm gonna come over to the thoracic spine. I'm gonna turn you a little bit. And so then I'm going to find the spinous process, come over to her transverse processes, start at the top and kind of just work my way down, feeling for any abnormalities. And then I'm going to check her hips because all the way down, get to the hips because that's the next step for me. And so like even just looking at her, I can see that this heel is kind of sitting back further than this one. And so I can already kind of tell there's going to be something I'm going to find lower. Go ahead and bend forward for me. Okay, so my right thumb kind of went up there, good. Okay, I'm gonna have her lay on her back. So another important thing to do is to check the neck. So you can check a cervical spine standing up, but it's a lot easier to check motion when a patient is laying down because when they're standing, they're kind of holding their muscles upright. So it's really hard to check side bending and rotation. So I'm gonna turn her neck and rotate, and rotate. We're gonna side bend, and we're gonna side bend, and that actually feels good. And then I'm gonna go along the transverse process of her cervical spine, and I'm gonna translate. So I'm essentially just taking her transverse processes and trying to go like this, trying to move them and see if one side feels stuck versus the other. So do you see and feel how I'm doing that, how I was showing with the last patient? And then I knew she had an elevated first rib when she was standing up, and to confirm she's laying down, I can feel an elevated first rib. So I'm just gonna start with treating this because I'm already here, and then I can move on to her hips. So give me your arm. So go ahead and pull your elbow down. So I am pushing down on her first rib as she is pulling against me. Go ahead and relax. I'm gonna bring that arm further up, and then I'm gonna have you pull down again, and relax. So I'm pulling your arm back towards me until I feel that rib underneath my thumb. That's what I'm feeling for. So hers is still a little bit elevated. So there's an HVLA technique I use. HVLA is high velocity, low amplitude. So I'm gonna have her shrug her shoulders up and relax.